And what's up everybody, and welcome to another episode of Viking in the Jungle. And in this episode we're gonna be building an extension of this beautiful hexagon deck you see behind me. Let's do it. I now finally finalized the hexagon deck that I built from my bell tent, but now because it's about a meter high I need a staircase towards something, and that's what the extension of the deck is gonna provide me with. So the idea is that you walk up here from a staircase, and then that gets you to the entrance of the tent. And then once you get out of the tent, your view is spectacular. So that's the idea. Hope that was clear. Now let's get to building. It's not really working yet. I jammed the peg into the ground on the side, and now this is pretty leveled. So that was a good idea. All the boxes are aligned, so it's time to pour concrete. Let's do it. And luckily Papito joined me in this one, so let's do it. I have a problem here. This is about 1.5 inch of height difference. This one is level, that one is level, which means that very likely that point and that point are not exactly on the same height. I don't know how to solve that. We'll see. Alright, quick update. Of course, it's not going according to the timing, the planning that I had. I wanted to have already the concrete poured, but I do have a frame right now. And I did solve the problem of the beams not coming together as tightly as I wanted to. As you can see right now they do. And the way that I fixed it, I found out that the middle column was just not set up correctly, and therefore I made a mistake that got transferred through all the other columns. And so what I did was I by chance found a piece of wood that's exactly the height that it missed. So I took that piece of wood and I sliced it in multiple pieces, and I added that to every single opening in the PVC, and that actually made some of the beams even more leveled. So it's kind of a funny thing. The only imperfection here is this difference in height, but I'm gonna fix that in post. Yeah, very happy with the work of this weekend. Let's take a look at that. Right, so here's a quick update for you. I filled these columns with concrete. They have the concrete base. The columns are filled with concrete now, and I filled these, I put these main frame beams up. There are a few things that I'm not super happy with. As you can see behind me, the beams are not necessarily exactly straight. Once the deck lines or the floorboards are on there, you're not gonna see any of that. But on hindsight, my OCD can't handle that this is not perfectly straight. But hey, you gotta work with what you have. And then as a last update, this generator. I bought a generator instead of renting one because I figured I'm gonna use it much more often. And actually these beams of the Hexagon deck, I made them all, I sized them up all perfectly all the way back at the civilization where I pre-cut them and then just hoped that it would fit in, on the land. And luckily it did. But that's no winning strategy for custom work like the expansion of the deck. So I'm very happy with this generator and I'm gonna put it to the test much more often. So let's get these beams on the deck. It's now about 3 weekends into building this extension of the deck, and I did reach another milestone, which is I got all this wood to the land and I did not transport any of it. So I'm excited that this wood has not been transported by me, but by the puesto de madera. That is the decking, and those are a few extra support beams. Those are the work of the day. Sweet. So as you can see right now, the support beams are all set, except for this. Obviously would not be a first-time construction project if I didn't get short of wood by literally one beam. I don't know how that happened, but everything's fine except for that one, and I do not have that wood. But what I do have, so that is what I want to place there, is a 2x6, and what I do have is a bunch of 1x6s. So what I'm gonna do is screw those together and create my own 2x6 because I want to finish this project. So that's what I'm gonna do here. And then I only need to do the outside beams, get the floorboards, and then it's done. Now I guess your value as a man comes from how accurate you can get a nail into some wood. So let's see how much of a man I am. Apparently not much. Yes, when it comes down to becoming a man, I have still a journey to go, but I don't think it was too bad because I managed to get these two planks together and it now effectively is a 2x6. Now I have to admit that doesn't seem like the safest option, just slabbing two 1x6s together and just acting like it's a 2x6, but apparently it works like that because I'm literally standing on the middle of that beam right now, and it's not budging one single bit. So that's pretty cool. Decking is being added right now, and because I asked the puesto de madera, the wood shop, to slice pieces exactly the size of my deck, I don't have to cut anything and everything is in perfect size. But this, as smart as I thought I was, also backfired on me because when I ordered the wood, I didn't realize, you see that the deck here is smaller, thinner than the deck over there. You see here, it's a little bit wider. And so the planks that I ordered over there are short by this much. One of the mistakes I made with this deck, but you live, you learn. But doesn't this look done, ladies and gentlemen. I could not be more proud to share with you that I now built the Hexagon deck, put the tent up, and also the extension of the deck is now finished. It's not quite perfect yet. I still need to build the staircase. This I'd like to have in a straight line and it's missing some screws, but for now it's just beautiful to share with you this end result of grinding every single weekend for the past few months. During the week, I was just working my everyday job, and so I only had the time in the weekends, and it's just incredible to me that when I look back, I can see how much beauty you can create if you just dedicate your time consistently to a specific project. So I can't be more proud to share this with you, and it's also beautiful to be able to share this with you and see the comments of people that have been joining me on this journey and just been sharing their ideas or their tips or whatever. I really appreciate that. So thank you very much for watching Viking in the Jungle, and make sure you stay watching Viking in the Jungle because a very good friend of mine is coming over from the Netherlands and we're gonna build the next platform. And this platform is very cool because, as you know, on my land I have this drop of about 4 meters, and we're gonna build a deck, a platform that's going to cantilever over that drop, and I'm gonna build a hammock type net underneath there. At least that's the plan. We'll see if it works. I've never done this before. Like always, thank you very much for watching Viking in the Jungle, and I'll see you in the next one.